Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Just managed to scramble together and put on a live. We're going to find out more about Vidme Me. Are you a YouTube creator? Are you a magician? Well, this one here might interest you. If you like pyramid schemes, this one definitely will interest you. If you like making $217,000 a month, I think, maybe a year, too much money, this one may interest you. We're about to go into a Zoom meeting and learn about how wonderful opportunity this new Vim. Here we go.
There's some people jumping in. Make sure I was letting them in. So,
all right, now I'll fix up myself. And this is Mike.
And we'll get started here in just a second.
He's going to start here in just a second. He's going to tell us about how you can make $217 a year, I think. Mike used to sell Amway, and now he's selling much more than Amway. Opportunity of a lifetime. But let's see what he has to say, and we'll chime in along the way. The Avengers are ready to go, and hopefully we will be able to broadcast a good meeting for you.
This, make it like that while we're getting ready to get started here. So, hey, welcome guys to Vidme.
And if you want to join me on stage,
give you some updates tonight. Shared with quite a few of you that were on earlier today. We were going through some things. But if you're new, we'll share really what the platform is about, how you can participate as a member if you want to just go through some of the master classes, teachers, etc. on here, as well as if you wanted to make money as a content creator or
chat room is disabled,
a member of the platform. And so what everybody wants to know, I know. So here's where we're at, guys. Right now they're connecting all the APIs as well as the merchant accounts.
Should we cause disruption straight away, or should we wait?
Not only would people pay a membership, if there's certain creators, etc., that have different things that if they have a master course or something that they want to create a paywall, that we're connecting all the merchants accounts. So if everything goes correctly, we're looking at Thursday where we start enrolling members. And so
I'll wait until we got everyone.
We asked the development team today, hey, do you feel comfortable with saying everybody within the week? And they said yes, so that's exciting. And what we're doing, guys, is if you saw Chris's email today or the email from Vidme, we're going to email people in phases because with any merchant account, even though we're communicating with them, you can't go from $0 to $100,000 in a day. They have triggers in there that shut you off. So we'll be emailing probably like 100, 200 people at a time and say, hey, you can enroll.
Just switched.
Not that you're ever going to miss it, but
to the
we're going to stagger it like that. So the merchant account doesn't turn off with some of their triggers. So within the week is the goal, guys, which is exciting. And so
142 people in the meeting.
I'll show you some of the platform. I'll show you actually if you want to go back and look at the video of the unveiling that we did last week, you'll get a lot of what it's going to look like. Talking to them today, they were hoping within a month we'd have at least 200 channels on there, which is exciting.
I know why.
And then obviously when we open it up where anybody can create a channel, it's going to grow like wildfire. But right now we're inputting.
Hopefully that's going to be better.
Curating those channels, building them out for different people, etc. So
if anyone has,
if you don't know what it really is really how this all started, guys, is let me show you.
It's caused some havoc, eh?
I think everybody understands social media and how powerful it is.
Let's see if he talks about us.
Both from you can reach the entire world if you have something valuable.
Here we go. Stopped him.
If you have something valuable to share, that
he can't get rid of a box that's on the screen.
The internet can go viral, right? People share it with people, share it with people, share it with people.
Can do, but it won't on your mess.
We wanted to create a platform where people could actually earn like that as well. And And that's really what we're doing, guys. If you understand this, is
What's the matter,
so
Mike?
if you look at Mind Valley, can you guys see that on the screen, Mind Valley?
No, there's a box in front of your
Give
screen.
me a thumbs up if you can. Yep.
What's the matter,
I
Mike?
love this platform, actually. There's a lot of different teachers, master classes, etc. on
G'day,
there.
Mark. Nice to see you, mate.
And they've had 1 million users
He's trying to get rid of me.
since 2020. They charge $99. Plus, you have to pay for the classes individually. If you go look at this, there's a lot of teachers, master classes. What we want to do is create something that not only can you learn and increase different parts of your life, where the big three, I call it, where we really want to help people improve in their relationships, their marriages, as well as their health and body, as well as the abundance. And a lot of people teach abundance on these different platforms. We also wanted to give them a very simple platform that that they could use if they wanted to go create that as well. And so I think you're going to see. I see Dr. April like talking to John today. I love some of his stuff. If you got, he's a Navy SEAL that lives just down the road, it turns out.
Oh, the Navy.
But one of the top
We're
10
in the
iHeart
Navy.
platforms for mindfulness, etc. And ex-Navy SEAL. And I love the fact that they want to help humanity. And that's cool to me because that's really what we want to do. And so one of the things that I think is cool that he said, some of you guys know, like my boys and I, we like to watch Delta Force and SEALs and all this. And he just had Jocko Willink on, and so that content's going to be on there, which is pretty cool. Anyway, it's like that. And if you go to school,
What's the
hey
matter, Mike?
Sharbo, take Jim Ranum off. That's the clown. He's the troll, right? I see you. Here, we're going to take the videos off. So anyway, or if you go to school games, guys, like you see, they like if you want to go get on Tom Baloo's, it's $119 a month. Here you come on $34.95, $34.99, $1.15 a day, guys, and you get to share
I'm the
in
clown.
the profit of the company, which is really cool. And so, like you look at here, like pickleball school, that's cool, but somebody should create a pickleball school channel here, in my opinion, and for $34.95 and allow their members to share to create money, which is kind of fun to me. So anyway, that's how this
he
whole
doesn't
thing
want Danny
works,
to
guys.
hick in here.
Hey, Sharp, I just
room in
wouldn't
a
let
meeting.
anybody else in the waiting room, to be honest with you.
There you
Sorry, guys. These trolls are just being stupid. So if you go to Vidme, the platform here, you can go, whoever sent you
I
here,
wonder if he lets Patrick in.
you can get one of their personal links.
Patrick.
You can register for free right now. Like I said, we'll probably start enrolling members at a cost here, where you can actually become a member and start earning from the platform as well this week for everybody within
Let's
the
see
next
what we can
7
do.
days.
Will
We
he let
should have
Patrick
everybody
in?
who
He
wants
lets
to
Patrick in.
enroll,
If you want to hand.
which will be fun. And so that's how that's going to work. And let me just show you how the platform works. Here, hold on. Let me do this. Host tools. All right.
Uh-oh, I've lost my camera now.
Let's see.
It's a stop.
He's just Sharbo. He's just trying to get on. Some of you guys, sorry, he's just a troll, and he's trying to just basically be a troll. So
don't know how to answer that, Mike. Not used to me, mate. Wait until the venture start on you.
Let me do this. Let me show you. If you get into the platform, if you log in.
So let's take a screenshot of all the people in the room.
I'm gonna log in as my daughter, as her account, and then you can go to the back
office. Use your daughter.
And so I'll show you how the money's made too, guys. Is basically I'm gonna log in as her.
I hope she's paying you $39 a month.
All right. So I'm logged in as my daughter right now, but if you log in and create an account, if you go to affiliate tools, you can download the estimator, the affiliate plan, the legal, all the stuff, the merch, etc. this
merch.
broadcast schedule, past videos. I would go here. Some of the
I'm
these
a troll.
replays. I'm going to show you some of the stuff
What's a
that Chris did
troll? Was
last
that like
week.
the troll bridge?
And so,
He's let me in again.
but also in there, I'm going to show you the new calculator. We're working on that, guys. I'll walk you through it. We spent a lot of time with some of the leaders today on that. Just showing you how valuable this thing can be for both content creators as well as just the average person if you want to be a member. And so we really put a lot of thought and effort into this.
See if we can put the cameras on.
How does the average person
can't turn the cameras on now?
Make a couple $1,000 a month? Because that's life changing for a lot of people, including what would have been my mom, to be honest with you, which is what I had in the back of my mind.
He's using veterans. He's using
single
his
mom of
kids,
7 kids.
He's using his mother.
And so, but anyway, if you go here now, this earnings calculator is online, and we're going to change the verbiage, etc., because it's we're working on this, but this is web-based, which I like. So here's how I've always shared this, guys. And
if without the third tier,
we'll get the verbiage right, so it really makes sense.
Money,
but how I've always shared this was pretty simple. One, if you could get world-class training, some of the top entertainment, etc.
Name them.
For $1.15 a day, is it worth it? I think it is. Like, we've paid for our kids
$1.15 a day. Why don't you break it down to minutes?
Courses, etc., from some of the best in the world. Why don't you compare it to Netflix? So the other thing I've always thought was the internet's viral. It's people sharing with people, sharing with people. Okay. So how I've always looked at this thing is, could you share this with one person a month for a year? Yeah. If it was worth a couple $1,000s a month to you. See, to me, I could do that because that was pretty simple. So how this is set up is, what if you share this with one person a month per year? You could put in 12 members you personally enroll and calculate it. And you'd make just under $7 per month off tier 1. Right. What if they shared it with one person a month per year? So they would have shared it with 12. And your tier 1 and tier 2 earnings is $688 a month. Oh, it's a good. And all this is, guys, is if you look at Patreon or any of these things that we're doing, and this will make sense here in a minute when I talk about sharing it with influencers, people that really have large audiences, etc. Yeah. But that's pretty powerful in itself. If you shared it with 12 people and they in turn shared it with 12. We were talking to some of the leaders, and Barb and I have been around this industry for a long, long time. That's very doable, guys. It'll never work like that. I promise you. This is an estimator. One person will do 0, but another person like Mark Sharbo will put in 100. So here's what I do know. If you shared it with 12 and they shared it with 12 on average, if those numbers popped up somewhere, you would make that. Now, since this is just an affiliate program, it's a membership-based program.
It's not. It's multi-level marketing 101.
Did not want to be multi-level. Not that it's a bad thing. I think it's one of the best ways to ever make money.
I made my money in
It's too bad that it's gotten a bad reputation, but it does. It's got a stigma to it. Barb and I love the industry. It's allowed my family and I to do some
people how you get to $217,000
and one of the things we'll be teaching people on there,
and it's impossible,
is how to rewire your mind, because I just think you've been divinely created. I think you're naturally supernatural, which is some of the courses I'm going to be putting on the platform, actually. And so anyway, all this is if you shared it with 12 people and they shared it with 12, there's not a third level.
I think we might go in there.
What it means is we wanted people to be able to create more income from the platform. So this check match bonus, we're going to change the verbiage to really what it is, which will be like a profit sharing bonus, guys. Because anytime if you enroll over 10 people personally enrolled, you're going to qualify for this other bonus where you share from more profits from the company. What this is assuming, what this other box is here, is you have to
can't concentrate, Mike.
Estimate it somehow. That's all this is. So what this is assuming, the check match bonus, which will really be a profit sharing bonus, just means this is you'll get an extra 25% of the income that all the personally enrolled people you made. So in this case, you'd get another 25% of 12 people making 688, which is where that number comes from. But like I said, we'll clear this verbiage up, and then you see it jumps up to $2,800 a month, $2,754, or $33,000 a year. So that's one person a month.
Until you add the third tier, which they relabel.
Who share it with 12 in a year, who share it with 12 in a year. Everybody good? You can give me a thumbs up.
144,000.
That's very doable.
No, it's not.
We were talking about that as
we got experience doing that, have you?
We did that.
No, the match doesn't happen
in
until
the
you add the
90s.
third tier, which you call
And
the checkmate match bonus. You
it
might as
cost
well just rename that the
$150 at the
third tier.
time, and it went viral. So we know
Is
this
that
is very
right?
real.
Okay.
And you
And now
can
you
put
had to
in
get a
any
real
numbers.
job?
I would just play with numbers in there. 24, who share it with 24, who share it with 24. Now, what we're going to do, if you have an influencer, this is where we're going to work with
Tony Roberts?
oh shoot.
Bloomberg?
I'm not sure why it's not letting me put 0 in there.
Colorado? Because I've got a box popping up on your screen.
0.
Because oh, there it goes, the box.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Oh, you broke your calculator. Oh my good. Anyone can use a calculator. But what's the
But here's
product?
what we're talking with influencers, et cetera. And this is where we're really talking with attorneys, et cetera, going,
Are you
hey,
really?
we don't expect the average person to go put in 1,000 people.
Okay.
But if you're talking to an influencer, let's say, I know one of Sid's guys is talking to the manager of this young gal. She's got 17
So is this
million
the average
followers
that
across
people
the
will make, or
different
is this the
platforms.
minority of people
If
that
you
make?
talk to her
Is it the
about,
people at the top of the
if
pyramid
you
that might
sent
make
out
this money?
a message and going, hey, I've created a new membership program over on Vidme where we all can make money together. I'm going to share some private content on there, do some private
Okay.
streams. Do you think you could enroll 1% of your following? And they all say yes. They
Yes.
really do.
Do they?
So
Wow.
1% of that, 16 million, what is that? It's 160,000 people, right?
Small
Did I do
mic,
the
I'm
math
taking
right?
your photo.
Yeah, because 1.6 million, I used to be an engineer. So I'm just saying, what if they put
Aircraft
in, I
engineer.
would use 1%, because that's very reasonable if you talk to an influencer.
1%.
An influencer, guys, let me explain
I'm an
that too.
influencer, and I
An
don't have
influencer is
1%
just
of
somebody
my
who's
people
already
paying me.
created a pretty large audience
Join me on my YouTube channel.
YouTube or TikTok or
No, it's not. I've got about 20, and I've got
Facebook or LinkedIn,
64,000
etc. That just means they've created
subscribers,
influence.
and I have
And
about
so that's
20
all we're just
people
showing
paying me
them. And
per month.
as
So
big
that's
as
a
all
lie.
these guys are, except for the very top, like Mr. Beast and some of these, most of them are still trying to figure out, how do I make money?
Maybe if you're doing OnlyFans.
So the cool part here is
Jelly
you
Stack,
don't
what do
have
you
to
know
be a
about
content
OnlyFans?
creator. Barb and I really aren't interested in being a huge influencer content creator. What I do love is helping people. And if we can help the average person make money
This
in
is
this
not
huge
average
wave that we
person
call social
sales.
media.
This is people think they're going to
You
make
know, the
money.
fact
They won't
that
make
the
money
Kelsey
in this.
brothers and some of these guys are getting $100 million contracts, it doesn't
Name
take
one.
somebody that sharp to understand that
You're lying.
you can make money in this. And so the average person probably not going to go create 100 million contract with somebody, but collectively we can. If we share it with people, share it with people, share it with people, we can go get a couple million members. That's not that big a deal.
Really?
So that's really what thing is all about, is the content creators and their audience can make money together here.
Do you think we can get his phone
I would just
number?
say this. Let's
It'd be funny to ring him.
Let's use an
Why don't we look to see if
influencer.
I've already
Let's say they
got-
have 100,000 followers. I don't know what my son is at now. He's like 112 or 114,000. So he's a perfect example.
Ed Pin.
So 1%, let's just say, would be 1,000 people. So you can
Excuse
input
me.
1,000 in there, and calculate their earning. And so
We need to know
one
he's
of the things
being
that Chris has
streamed.
been doing with a lot of the YouTube subscribers, et cetera, that they're managing right now, he just showed them, he said, hey, with 500 subscribers on YouTube, you make X. And they all go, we don't make anything. There's 500 here, you make a lot. In fact, 1,000 subscribers here,
Right.
they make just under $7 per member every month, or $7,000. Now, these are their most loyal fans. So is it feasible that they could share it with 5 in a year? Again, it'll never work that way. One will share it with 0, but another one will get excited and share it with 1,000 themselves. But
he'll have to let me
this
in
is
now.
just, hey, your most loyal fans.
My username in the
they
waiting
share it
room
with
is
5
I have
people in a year?
64K subs.
Those numbers just get silly. They may not seem like a lot to some of you guys, but the people who already have large audiences on there, they're blown away by the numbers. And then what if they shared it with 5? That's all they're showing you.
Oh my God.
So in that case,
how many times do we hear this shit?
1% of the audience shared it with 5, who on average shared it with 5, and they did nothing else ever, that's a pretty significant income. True?
No.
And so this bottom, we're going to redo this, guys, so it looks exactly like we did with the Excel spreadsheet. And so
you get free
it'll show you
knives?
what's this worth to you. But right now, if you want to use it in its current form, it would be, hey, if you had 1 and they put in 1,000 who shared it with 5, like I put it above, it'll calculate This
So
is what's
everyone
in
with
it
their
for you.
cameras on
11,000 a month.
must be in the
If you
leadership
brought that
team
influencer
because
in,
no
and he
one can
brought
turn
in
their
1,000
camera
people
on.
who shared it with 5. So like I said, we're going to redo this so it's used to what you're
So that's what we're
doing
discovered.
over the next day and what you've been used to as far as the Excel calculator. But we just wanted to show you, we wanted to be web-based so people didn't have to figure out how do I use a spreadsheet. I thought most people in today's day and age would know how to do a spreadsheet. I guess Barb and I we were engineers, and some of you guys are probably old as
Where's
us. So
Barbara?
our first spreadsheet was Lotus 123 at the Air Force
Oh,
Academy.
yes, I remember that.
Anyway, that's how that works, guys.
Barbara.
Sharba, I don't know if there's any of the influencers, etc., that you want to share it with. Anybody that we know want to share? I'm not going to let the trolls share.
Yeah, no messages to me.
Cool. So that
Hold on, I'm just going to put the sound on another one just in case he does take me.
Thursday, starting enrolling members. Stay tuned, okay?
Got
Then
my hand
these
up.
meetings will totally change because you can see the whole platform in the background, and we won't have to talk theory. We can go, hey, this is actually how it works. So stay tuned. Like I said, to your emails, we'll start enrolling people
Patrick
in
Laing.
tranches, so we don't shut down the merchant account because we can't do thousands at once. And even though we're communicating with them, like I said, they have triggers.
Oh, he removed me. Anyone that's got their hand up, he's removing. So we'll just put the sound back on for your viewing pleasure.
Anyway, hopefully that helps, guys. God bless you. We'll talk soon.
Oh, I've made him nervous, you reckon? Oh, that is ridiculous. So that is actually ridiculous. So let's go back to the unridiculous stuff. I'm live. How do I say? Look, if you have been following this, it's quite interesting. So a key person at promoting this is Patrick Laing. And Patrick Laing has basically been emailing us this morning. In fact, he's just now backing up the bus quite a bit. And I know Richard will be, not Richard, Patrick will be watching us. But I think it's important for us to be transparent and tell you what's going on in the background here. So if you're not familiar with this opportunity, let's just make it a bit more simpler for you. I'm just have to reopen the window I just shut, unfortunately. I'm going to go to the live. But I think it's important for us to be transparent and tell you what's going on in the background here. Box. So if you're not familiar with this opportunity, let's just make it a bit. All right, so let's get rid of me. So this is Richard. Sorry, what am I calling him Richard for? Patrick Laing. And Patrick and I have basically been, Patrick come on the show the other day for 2 hours and 2.5 hours. And we asked him every single question that we could. We said, you have a proper business. Why are you jeopardizing your business for your mate, Mike? We questioned him about the referral bonus. Now, if you don't know what the referral bonus thing is, if you go to VimMe, now don't ever go to vim.me. Vim.me was a website which was a video streaming platform where millions of dollars was thrown at it and it didn't stick and it fell over. If you go to vim.me, you'll see it now goes to a porn website. Don't ask me how I knew that. So what they are talking about is, what most people are talking about is the compensation plan, how much money people are told they're going to make if they refer people into it. If you go to resources and you go to, oh my God, they've taken it off. Commissions, resources, earning calculator, I lie. So this is what they were basically saying. And they were saying that if you just refer 12 people a year, you're going to make $83 a month. If those 12 people refer 12 people just like you did, which is actually extremely hard. Now think about the logic of this. If you pay for YouTube Premium, it's $19 a month. If you pay for Netflix and you only have 720 DPI rather than 480, it's $20 a month. Do you think that this platform that is copying other people's content and uploading it to their platform is really enough to entice you to sell it to a friend saying they're going to give good value at $35 a month? Or is this just a cash grab? So 12 people and they refer 12 people. You're going to earn $940 per month, which is pretty ridiculous. Which is pretty thing. So why are people giving away so much money for a platform where people like me just want to get paid for what we're really worth. If you add this influence, the third tier, which they haven't got in this calculator, is actually about, I'm just going to see if I find the old screenshot I had, but they've taken this third tier off, which we've got it, and Patrick's got another meeting. Sorry, not another meeting, but another graph. I'm just trying to find it while I think I might have deleted it, unfortunately. And it shows the money they're talking you are going to earn needs the other tier, but they've renamed the third tier to a match bonus. And I'm not explaining it very well. But anyway, why I want to do that is because I have explained it well in the blog. So Patrick has now corresponded with us and given us his right of reply. So I'm going to go through this and basically show you what we've uncovered so far about this opportunity.
In the world of online deception, the real danger often comes with a smile and a spreadsheet. Meet Patrick Laing, founder of Certainty Management, former counterintelligence officer, and now the public defender of a highly questionable media platform called Vidme.
I got a dog going crazy. Okay, so we've got Patrick Laing, who says he's not involved. It's not his company. That's what he's come back and told us. However,
with over 100 recruits and a spreadsheet full of fantasy earnings, Laing is betting his reputation on a platform that hasn't even opened payment processing.
Yeah. So no one's taken any money yet, so no harm done, no foul, no gain. However, when they do open those gates, everyone's been told that they will need to, oh my goodness, my credit card's here. Oh, brilliant. They will be taking money legitimately. Now, no credit card merchant will actually take money for multi-level marketing. So this is why they need to stick and put their heels down and tell everyone this is not affiliate marketing. This is affiliate marketing, not multi-level marketing. But we're going to show you that this is simply multi-level marketing disguised.
This is the follow-up to our original exposé, and it's a warning. Vidme is walking the same path as so many failed MLM scams before it. And when it collapses, Patrick will no longer be able to claim ignorance. He's been warned.
Yeah, so we wanted to document our conversation with Patrick. There's a whole video here with Patrick, and also you can actually see Patrick's come in here, and we've gone through here and we've tried our very best to say to him that this is not a scam. But since this has played, we've actually managed to find Patrick in other videos, and we've actually found that Patrick actually has got a bookmark of other opportunities that he's either been promoting or is interested in. No evidence of either, but this is pretty breathtaking stuff.
Yes, you absolutely can use that information. In fact, it's a strong summary style intro, and works beautifully when paired with the longer quote and response format I gave you earlier.
Oh my goodness. So this is not Danny's words, and Danny never claims he's done that, but that's actually straight from ChatGPT. So as you can see, I'm going to go edit that straight away, but that does make me laugh in a way. I'll tell you why that's funny, because I didn't know where to put this paragraph, and I don't want to. Here's what I recommend. So it was telling me where to put this paragraph, because Patrick has come through here and basically after reading this blog, he's told us that we've got our information incorrect. So in true transparency, we've decided to put a paragraph at the start of the blog that I'd already published, basically telling people that Patrick has come back on the 4th of June, which is today in New Zealand, and I'm going to just have to read it.
Following publication of this blog, Patrick Laing sent us a direct message. In the interest of full transparency and fairness, we are acknowledging his right of reply.
Yeah, so he's got a right of reply.
Patrick's statement, which we will publish in full upon his request, includes the following key points. He claims Vidme is not a company and not a top priority for him. He denies being asked by Vidme founders to speak with us and says he joined out of loyalty to Mike Popovich. He maintains that Vidme is not a 3-tier MLM, describing it instead as a 2-tier affiliate program with bonuses. He accuses us of misrepresenting numbers and claims our motives are dishonest, while offering no counter math or evidence. He concludes by distancing himself from Vidme's outcome, stating he's bowing out until later, while also offering spiritual counsel unrelated to the topic.
Yeah, he gives me some counselling about spiritism.
We stand by every documented claim in this blog. Patrick was given over 2 hours of live discussion to address red flags, including privacy breaches, illegal rebroadcasts, and deceptive income structures. He failed to refute any of them.
So you understand, what we've actually done is we've got the video I did with Patrick, and I've asked for it to be the transcript to be documented and to basically highlight every conversation that we had about anything. Then we went to a video that was, at the time of doing this blog, was 10 days old, that Patrick was doing. And we got the transcript out of that. And then we asked ChatGPT to actually grab the calculations that he was using to prove that they are legitimate. Because I'm going to have to find the actual transcript. I put things in my rubbish bin quite frequently so that I don't have a desk full of stuff. And I did actually take a screenshot from the video that he had. And in all fairness to everybody involved here, it would be good if I can bring that up and show you that actual that screenshot I got, rather than trying to find the video, which will take me a wee while to do. There you go. It shouldn't be too long. Let's see if we can find it here. Oops. Phone number is Bob's. Bob's messages are coming to hit me on the bum. Oh, look. Oh, it's not there. I don't know what I did with that. But there was a video of, I'm going to have to find it because it was really interesting. And if you are watching this, Patrick, I know you're a busy man, but it might pay, if you want to save your bacon, come in here, because I'm going to, as I said, I'm really going to go to town and show, that you're not just promoting one Ponzi scheme. You're a serial promoter of Ponzi schemes and scams. And we are literally here to name and shame you, which I think you might think is not fair, but I think at the end of the day, I think it's going to be important to actually show that, if I can find it. Let's see if I can find the video in question that I was talking about. Oh, maybe it's there. Yeah, there it is there, I think.
Show finding certain.
So this is Patrick, and if we go along here enough, first of all,
greets, unveilings, drops, etc. Second piece, though, is, as I said, you share in the revenue of Vidme. If you share this with just one person, you're going to make $7 per month. It's 20% of the $34.99. Do that 5 times, and your membership is paid for. Or maybe you go tell a couple people about it, and let's say you share it with 3 people who share it with 3 people. Now you're making almost $60 a month. That membership is paid for. You'll never pay for it again. You have access to all the events, all the content.
What events?
Into the revenue share side of this program. If you shared this with just one person a month for a year who did the same, Vidme would pay you approximately $2,750 every single month.
So the secret here is this check match bonus that they keep talking about. And I'm not really here to discuss how you can make money or how their figures are wrong, because I don't like multi-level marketing. But what the problem here is, they want to call it affiliate marketing, and it's not. This is multi-level marketing. Multi-level is a pyramid. So you're the person at the top, and you refer 12 people. Does that look like a pyramid? And then each of those refer 12 people underneath those 12 people. And that third layer, which they're calling a 25% check match bonus, is absolutely astronomical, where the money that they're showing you're going to make comes from. So this is, Patrick's video, him showing you how you can make $33,000 a year by simply recruiting 12 people who have the same mentality as you. And that's it. And if you do that, they're alleging that people are going to make $33,000 a year. And there's no built-in drop-off rate. There's no, there's no nothing. That's all you have to do. You just have to find 5 people to get your membership free, and 12 people who have the same mentality as you who's going to recruit. Now, the person that makes the $33,000 a year is the person at the top of the pyramid that you've started yourself. So one person has to be connected with at least 144,000. Sounds a bit biblical now, doesn't it? For these to actually work. Now, that might be, oh, well, but why aren't they talking about the wonderful product? Well, that's what we did in the blog. We went through the wonderful product and also showed all the flaws of things that they did. And also we highlighted to Patrick at the time, now just in the messages in the chat room there, Mike was rattled tonight. Certainly was. I don't know him for a bar of soap, and it's the first time I've been in a Zoom meeting with him, but I can tell you he definitely was rattled. I could hear it in his voice, and I think that meeting didn't last very long either.
Coming the farm. Patrick Laing's role as damage control. After our first blog and YouTube expose on Vidme, the platform didn't send their founders, Chris Miller or Mike Popovich, to answer the criticism. Instead, they sent Patrick Laing, a polished speaker with military credentials, a radio show, finding certainty, and ties to dozens of questionable enterprises via his own browser bookmarks.
Yeah, so Patrick's come back to us since this has been published, and he said, I was incorrect. Mike had not sent him along as a wolf in sheep's clothing. Rather, because of his love and veteran brotherhood, he decided to help Mike out because they're long-time friends, and he's even been in Mike's house before. So good on you for helping out your mate. So I'm also helping out my mates here on the internet at the moment. And if you are if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. And there's also under this video a join button. For $1 a month, you can become one of my monthly subscribers, and that would be awesome. Now, that's what Mike's telling people, that my influencers, I've got, going by Google, 64,000 subscribers. 1% of my subscriber base probably will join and do anything I tell them to. Go jump off a cliff, guys. Okay, not everything. Now, I have about, I'm guessing, maybe 30 people that actually pay me $1 a month. Some pay more because I've joined my YouTube channel. So using my own stats, that doesn't add up. But if you do join or subscribe, it would be awesome. And if you do, I do give you something in return of your money. Oh, look, Danny's just trying to build up his numbers because he's trying to profit. Now, that could be true. I could be a YouTuber who's sitting here thinking, I want to jeopardize my welfare. Right now, I got told the other day that a name of a lawyer that's putting together a case against me for defamation. It's an American lawyer. I got a photo, an address, all sorts of fun things like that happened in my day. Last time I tried to defend myself from the New Zealand High Court, it actually cost $33,600 to do so. Don't worry, I won. But the judge said we spent too much time trying to defend myself. And they only awarded about 95% of my costs, which I think worked out around about $27,500, which left a shortfall of $8,600 from memory. And that's the sort of money I have to pay. Now, if you work out my $300 a month that I get from my YouTube channel on average, give and take, I will take a long time before I pay back the $8,600 that I was shortfall for my last defamation case. So it's not really a money-making exercise. However, I would like to have oodles of money coming in so that I could fight these bastards in the courtroom, because it's the one with the most money that usually makes the rules. You may have heard of that before. So just thought I'd share some of that stuff. Anyway, possibilities. So the other one is, let's carry on. I don't know what WA
Why him?
means.
Because they needed someone credible to run interference. Laing was tasked with the classic MLM tactic: come the farm, play nice, sound reasonable, deflect the red flags. But as our recent 2.5-hour Zoom confrontation reveals, Patrick knew exactly what he was defending, and he kept defending it anyway.
Yeah, so I don't have a beep, beep, beep back up the bus thing, but I do have a back up the truck thing. So let's bring that on board now. Let's see if that actually works. Have I got to bang up the truck? Oh, here it is. Let's see what happens here. There's the truck. Beep, 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 beep. This one. Okay, get rid of that. Now, interesting enough, as I mentioned, Patrick said to me that he just come along on his own free will. He wasn't sent to calm the farm, even though they did talk about me on live TV, so I heard, which is quite cool. I take that as a compliment. Hey, I always say they're not talking about you, you're nobody. Here we go.
A two-tire lie. The hidden third-level PDF one of Patrick's go-to phrases was, it's just a simple two-tire affiliate model. But here's what he didn't say.
Right. So I'm going to read these 2 paragraphs before we get into the numbers.
Vidme's own membership and affiliate plan document outlines a 25% check match bonus awarded to those who recruit 10 plus people. This influencer bonus matches earnings from tiers 1 and 2. It's a third-tier commission disguised behind clever wording. It's not an affiliate model, it's multi-level marketing. Even the platform's earnings calculator, which they recently hid from public view, was designed to mislead. It presented hypothetical monthly income of $2,754 or $18,000, based on recursive recruiting, but the actual number of paid subscriptions needed to reach those figures, staggering.
Yeah, now interesting enough, in the first part of this video that you're watching now, Mike says they're going to redo the calculator. And I don't know how they're going to redo the calculator because 12 times 12 is 144 and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, just thought it was interesting. But I just wanted to show you their affiliate. This is their own PDF, which I've stolen off their website. Do me for copyright if you may. And if you come down here, you can actually see the 20% commissions talked about in tier 1, and then tier 2 you get 12%, and then here it talks about the 25% check match bonus. I don't know even if I've got these figures right, but what I'm saying, I'm not making this shit up. It's on their own PDF. So I've put that PDF there. You can have a look at it if you like. But this is what I could see, and I've sent this off to Patrick, and I basically asked him to clarify this third tier, because the third tier makes it multi-level marketing, not just an affiliate system. But they are claiming that you're going to make a lot of money per month, and you need the third tier, or if you want to call it a match, whatever bonus. I'm not very good at these pyramid things, but you need that third tier for it to really add up to the figures that they're saying people are going to make. But they seem to be hiding the third tier, and you'll see what I've gone on about. But anyway, I'm not going to read those. You get that. This is pyramid math.
This is pyramid math, plain and simple, and Patrick Laing, an experienced businessman, knows it.
Yeah, and he does, but he's given me a mathematical equation, which you'll probably love to see in a few minutes, just before I started this video.
Inside the back office, proof of the third tier despite repeated denials, the 3-tier structure is clearly embedded within Vidme's own back office. If you log in as an affiliate, click the menu icon in the top left corner, and navigate to Resources Earnings Calculator. You'll find a tool that visually maps out income across 3 distinct levels. While Tier 3 is slyly labeled Check Match Bonus, it's functionally identical to a third-layer commission, calculated from the earnings of your downline's downline.
Yeah, so your downline's downline. I don't quite follow that, but I think the first 2 tiers, if you're going to get the real money, you need to somehow use the first and the second tier to generate the money. Excuse me, I don't follow it. In fact, I asked ChatGPT to explain it better, and it did. And we'll see that in a minute. But yeah, I don't quite follow it. But what they're trying to cover up is the third tier, and that's what I'm trying to expose. So I'm not doing a bloody good job about it. But let's carry on listening to the next paragraph.
This is where the fantasy income projections come from. It's a deceptive design. The calculator obscures the exponential growth required to hit those targets, masking the fact that you'd need thousands of active, paying recruits beneath you just to earn a modest monthly sum. It's multi-level marketing, just with smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, so what I think people are getting at is you put 12 in here and you put 12 down here, you calculate the earnings, and now you're earning an annual income of 11,000.2. But when you add the check match bonus, which I don't even know how that works, I'm just guessing it's the next one down, and hit the calculate the earning, now you're earning 33,000. But the check match bonus that they all talk about is where the real money comes from, and it seems like it's not here to calculate. But if we went back to that spreadsheet, that video that we had here, he's got the 33%, but there was a screenshot of other stuff, which was even more impressive, which I want to find, but I can't find it. Here it is here. Okay, is it the check match bonus? Right. Yeah, so not even explaining this very well, but now you're going to be earning nearly $700,000 a month because of the check match bonus. And the check match bonus, just looking at those figures there, not being a mathematician, you've gone from $5,000 a month to $51,000 a month because that check match bonus is needed to give the maths and the monies that they claim you're going to make just by referring 12 people. Hey, look, if you're a mathematician, you work it out. But my point is, why does it have to have multi-level marketing associated with it? If the product's so damn good and it's going to take on Google and cure everything known to man, then why don't you just push that friggin' product rather than having this multi-level marketing shit? And going by what I can see with the platform, it's disgusting. It's poor. They even struggled to log into it the other day, and they're meant to be the owners of the platform. So let's carry on reading some of the stuff.
Telltale red flags from the Zoom confrontation. A recent 2.5-hour discussion with Patrick revealed even more issues.
Just realised what you said there, Susie. I'll just have a look. Oh, Susie. Did you just give me what I think you gave me? I'm just going to do something here. Thank you. We're going to ring up Mike and see if he wants to talk, because he's going to say no. I'm just going to put his phone number in a way where I can click on it. So we might have Mike's phone number here. Let's ring him up. Hopefully we can do that. Hey, I just had the company office ring me too, Suze, about that scam that I was busting last night. There's a new scam out there at the moment. And the New Zealand company office rang me up, and they said they're going to go through their checks and protocols. But long story short, the guy was really good on the phone. Anyway, so let's have a look using phone. I'll just see call using carrier. Let's see if it's Mike. Just going to ring up Mike and see if he talks. See what we've got here. That number's not going through. Okay, we'll do another number as well. Do I need to put a 1 in front of that one? I think I do, don't I? Hold up. I think I need to put a 1 in front of that number. Let's see what we can do here, guys. 1 second, please, caller. So what we're going to do is ring up Mike now. I don't know what I'm going to say, but we'll make up something on the day. Let's have a look. See if it reaches. It does. A call says cool. Let's see if it works. And then we'll try the other number we have as well. Did you just hear the part about the New Zealand company office rung me up? They were really cool. Got a young guy. Couldn't hear him at the end of the phone call, but he's going to ring me back at 2. But I said, go check out the offices that you were talking about. See if they're at 1 Victoria Street. And I can't even show you the scam I'm busting, because we busted a scam last night that's based in New Zealand. And when they knew I was after them, they blocked New Zealand from the website, which is a laugh. So I'm going to see if this one works. Let's have a listen. Here we go. Someone's ringing. You might not be able to hear that, guys. I hope you can, but hopefully things will pick up in a minute. It's about 8 o'clock, 8:30 around there, isn't it? Need 8:45. No, no one's ringing it. No.
Please leave me a message.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Cracker. Didn't sound like his voice though, so it might be another one. But anyway, that number that you did give me did go to a mic. Anyway, so looking at the website, right? So we're talking about a website that's taking on Google and make a whole lot of claims that they're going to provide better services, better content, better, all sorts of stuff. So there's quite a few security features. Some of them make you laugh. The first one I'm just going to tell you. When I registered, I could register using a password. So this is my account, right? And I'm going to log out. And I'm going to log in, and anyone who wants to log into my account and destroy it, you're more than welcome. But I just put my email address as danny@theheck.com. And my password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I can go remember me, and I get enter. No company in their right mind would ever let anyone create a password that's so weak. But in this case, go for it. I've got my referrals, and they tell me that they've manipulated the people that I've referred, because I actually referred 3 or 4 different people under my umbrella, and they've removed them, telling me that they think they're fake accounts. And I would like a verification that I've got a fake account, because I've got 2 people in the chat room right now that have signed up with real accounts, but you guys have taken them from me. So this fake password, privacy breaches. Now, what that means is when I was on here originally, and I've done this in other videos, but I think it's worthwhile doing it. If you come along here and you sign up with an email that they don't know, like blah, 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 and you put your name in here, and I'm going to do that. My name is Danny. My last name is DeHeck. and you put your phone number in, which we might put Mike's phone number in. No, we won't because we'll get done. But let's just say I put in any old phone number. And then I used to search for who is referring you. Now, when I hit the word A previously, up comes everyone like Adam, Aaron, Apple. If I typed in the word Gmail, everything would come up who had a Gmail address. So everyone's privacy was exposed. Now, since the video we did originally, now no one can sign up, which is really crazy. But even if I use my own referral ID, which is the heck, I still will get that error coming up telling me that's invalid. So I don't know how come I can't refer any people. I have no idea. And I don't have a referral code. I can't search for it. So now I'm just going to set up another password. We're just going to do 8 characters. So let's just do 000000000. Ooh, 000000000. And now we come down here. I agree to your terms and conditions to keep my privacy. And I go invalid phone number. So that means I haven't probably got an extra character. Put another one in there. And I go sign up. Invalid phone number. I need a country code. So let's go 6402, and that should be enough now. Let's see if we get past that this time, including country code. All right, so let's go there and we'll get a country code. Let's go New Zealand. There we go, and it's I'll just do my real phone number. I hope I don't get reported from using my real phone number. And we sign up. Hey, we're signed up. So now I've signed up, haven't been able to track my ID. But I've used 00000 as a password. Come on, that's ridiculous. Anyone knows that. All right, so that was the first thing I didn't like. Bloomberg rebroadcasting Bloomberg's content on their platform is absolutely no-no. And also, not only because rebroadcasting might not be a scam, but they're claiming that everyone that watches content is going to get paid. So that means that they're monetizing from a stream from Bloomberg, which I think is disgusting. No KYC details, no disclaimer. Despite,
Despite promising future payouts, there is zero compliance infrastructure, no KYC, no country restrictions, no GST VAT integration.
Now, I just bought a theme on Shopify, and they wanted to know whether I was GST registered or not so they could collect the GST for the New Zealand government. It's quite complicated when you're taking money from around the world. I sell TV remotes. Sometimes I sell them to people in America. They don't need to pay GST. How do I police people who are from New Zealand claiming they're US citizens who don't want to pay GST? It's complicated. So you need to have all these systems in place. It doesn't seem like they've got any payment gateways set up. Anyone in their right mind that was going to charge you $35 a month would actually have a way of collecting your credit card and putting a token hold on it so that when they are launched, that you've agreed to pay on whatever launch day it is. Now, the launch is meant to be in 2 days' time, so don't hold your breath. And that will be they'll keep doing releases after release and all this sort of carry on. It just goes on and stupid.
Payment processing not active. As of June 2nd, 2025.
So no one's taking any money, no foul, no harm so far. So hopefully they just drop the whole lot and stop telling people they're going to make $217,000 a month. Sound familiar? Or a year, I can't remember. Gaslighting the public. So you notice I put my hand up in there. They didn't know who the hell I was. They usually kicked me out of the room 3 or 4 times. And everyone that put their hand up in the meeting they just had, they didn't want to answer any questions. The chat room was off and they called us trolls. So if you have ever signed up for this company and you go to their public Zoom meeting via their website, so if you went in here and you went to affiliate tools and you were just signed up to pay $35 and you go down to this part here, there is actually a way of getting the, now they've changed this. Oh, here we are. No, they haven't. Broadcast schedule. So this is your link to going into the Zoom meeting. So just imagine that you are a customer and you've signed up, you've paid your $35, you've gone into their Zoom meeting and they have the ability to put your hand up to ask questions. But when you do, you get kicked out and you get banned from that Zoom meeting for the day, unless you know how to do what I do. So that's what I think is quite funny. Gaslighting the public, silencing the critics.
When criticism mounted, Vidme's unofficial propaganda arm, Vidme TV, launched a 1-hour, 39-minute live stream focused entirely on me. I was accused of trying to sell passive income programs, of having no audience, and of being the real scammer. Days later, one of my supporters was kicked out of a Vidme Facebook group simply for linking to my blog.
How about that? So somebody shared a blog, this blog, in one of their Facebook groups, and they got kicked out. Now, I've apparently got no watches, and I'm trying to sell a passive income programs. I actually set up drop shipping for a living. That's how I survived. And I don't know if you've been counting of current events, pal, but it's not illegal to do drop shipping. And I do provide a pretty good service in doing so. Have you ever wondered what drop shipping is? Have a look at this site here. I won't do, let's go drop shipping NZ. So this is one of my shops. It's called NZ Outdoors. And that's me in the river. And that's me with my backpack on. And that's me walking in the bush. And these photos have been taken by a professional photographer. And in here, you can see that I sell camping gear. This particular shop has actually sold around about $150,000 worth of products. And I've actually made around about $75,000 profit from this one shop that you're looking at here, which is pretty cool. So what we do is we set up ready to go dropshipping sites for people, and we share our knowledge, experience, and skills, and we teach people how to do it. Now, if you're interested in doing that and you want to know, I'm fully transparent. We all need to make a living, and I'm not a millionaire. That's why I appreciate things. So if you come to my website, you can see we've got a button here called passive income. And passive income's a funny word. Passive means you don't need to do anything. I probably should really call it an active income, but people aren't really familiar with it. So you can sit here and you can watch a video all about what I do and what I just said. You can sit here and you can read about the service that I'm offering. And we also even fully disclose how much it costs to start up a dropshipping website. And you can go to Trade Me, like here, and you can actually click and see websites that I've currently got for sale. Some are already established and some are brand new. And we're doing quite well out of it. In fact, Run Gear has already been sold and Accessorize has already been sold as well. But we leave them there because when people reach out to us, we actually build custom websites. Not really trying to hide anything that I do, but I'm not doing anything illegal. As far as I'm aware, selling products that are made in China and delivering them to your neighbors isn't illegal. Pyramid schemes, on the other hand, are illegal. But let's just call it deflection or diversion, whatever, one of the two. But let's carry on.
Mike Chabo, one of Vidme's leaders, allegedly issued internal statements instructing affiliates to ignore me altogether, fearing I would gain traction. Chris Miller and Mike Popovich had every chance to respond with data. Instead, they leaned into slander.
Yeah, so we sent a right of reply letter to Chris and Mike, but we never heard back. But we did hear back from Patrick, hence why I thought Patrick might have been pushed in front of the bus. Now, Patrick is trying to back up the bus, which is friggin' hilarious, especially from the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avengers point of view.
Let's not forget, during their own botched launch, Chris Miller locked himself out of the backend software, Live, for 5 minutes. Patrick denied this ever happened, but here's the timestamped video proving otherwise.
So Patrick said to me that he watched the entire video from A to Z and he didn't see him get knocked out of his home platform. Well, let's go have a look at that. Here we go.
Your account settings, any transactions. This would be if you paid for anything, or maybe you, Mike and I do a super secret special for whatever, and we're charging 50 cents for it, and you paid to come into that class. So I'm saying that more to creators. If you're doing additional coursework,
Right.
and you want to charge for that coursework, this is where some of that stuff would live.
Ooh, good stuff.
Yeah, you can manage all your devices, et cetera, et cetera. I do want to go to the back office.
Here we go. Now let me know when you've watched enough of the 5 minutes.
Let's see here.
So this is just a website, not a clever YouTube competitor. Do we need some elevator music? I'll see if I can find some music. I probably don't have music actually. My device ain't working.
Let me just log back in. Here you go, Manny. A little hold music. It's nice.
Where'd you find this, Matty? This is elevator music.
I searched. I think I searched elevator music.
Did you? Yeah, I was going to say that sounds like
some
elevator
good bossa
music.
nova, man.
There it is.
So 5 minutes later.
Let me see here, boys. Mike, anything you want to fill the airtime with while I'm logging into the back office? So, yeah, I'll type it in a minute. There's a way to, I don't know if it's because I was in an admin, but I'll type it in a sec. I just wanted to see if I could get there through here.
Hopefully you can't get to admin as a normal person.
5 minutes
We'll have
later.
a whole other stream about that.
Exactly. Right.
And the little boy waits.
Let me just see here.
So
Okay, let me
apparently,
go to the other one.
Patrick, who actually has recruited 100 people into this and knows hundreds, well, not hundreds, but a whole lot of influencers that are just biting at the bit to get involved with this, is missed this 5 minutes where they couldn't log into the system. So there's the timestamp. It's on the video, and maybe that could be.
That's not forgetfulness. That's deception.
So he's trying to deceive us into saying everything's going as dandy, but obviously it's not. They don't even know how to log into the back end of their own system, which is ridiculous.
The Brooke Jean fable. Fabricating authority for months, Popovich and Miller have hyped up Brooke Jean, a so-called life coach to Fortune 50 CEOs. Her brand, unperfected, was presented as a key reason why the platform offered value. But research reveals no corporate clients, no online following, and only minor local references in Colorado. No major CEO, no coaching credentials. Just another example of Vidme puffing up its content to convince the masses they are buying into prestige.
Yeah, don't need to do anything. Just got myself a new credit card. Oh my goodness, look at this for a credit card, man. I don't know if you can, but look, there's no numbers. Credit cards these days have no numbers. Anyway, just thought I'd say that. Alrighty, so the bookmarks that tell the story. This is quite funny. Now, when you're on a live meeting and you're doing your own broadcast, it would not be wise to bring up your bookmarks if you're a multi-level marketer. Now, this particular blog that we're looking at, notice telltale sign of anyone that's running a scam: comments are turned off. All right. Now, in this video that you're looking at, you could also pop along to other videos that he's done. So let's go have a look at these other videos that Mike has done.
This video isn't supposed to work.
This video is not meant to work. And well, they're quite true there. So there's
Hi there, my name is Patrick Laing. I'm the founder and CEO of Certainty Management.
And this might be where I got the
VIP content, exclusive content.
I'll just see if I can find it
for a year who do the same. 1 million or 1% of them.
Oh, that's the video that we've just looked at. So we'll shut that one down. But the second video,
artists to the content creators who are working.
So look at this. Would you actually be on here telling people about multi-level marketing when your own bookmarks are visible? And because he's, as he said in his own words, ADHD, these are names of all other scams. Talk Fusion is a guy that reckons that if you pay $700 a month, you can have video email. So I went through and I just chucked all those names that I could see into ChatGPT and asked it for any known schemes. Some of these names I don't know. And not saying all of these names that he's got here are actually Ponzi schemes or scams, but we can actually see that Patrick's pretty full on when it comes to promoting these things. So is Patrick out here? What is Patrick trying to do? Now, this is the one that I was trying to do. Is before, you can see this is where I come up with the $217,000 annual income. He's got a first tier, second tier, and you just refer 24 people. That's all you need to do. Make sure they have the same mindset as you, which is easy, not. And then all of a sudden you add this magical third tier, which is the 25 check match bonus, where the real math comes into it. So I don't know why they just didn't call this tier number 3. But they haven't. They've just left it all out, and they've decided to rename it to match bonus, 25% check match bonus. Look at the difference between tier 1 and 2. This is $2,500, and all of a sudden you go into, and then annual income is all I see on this graph. You're going to make $217,000 a month, and down the bottom here, they've actually called it tier 3, haven't they? Each enrollment the same number. So 25% influencer bonus calculation assumes that your tier 1 and tier 2 members each enroll the same number of members, which includes your tier 3 members. So there's no mention here of tier 3. They've called it check match bonus. But when you come down to the fine print, they mention it as tier 3. Well, I'm sorry, that is multi-level marketing. Doesn't matter if you want to pin a tail on it, it's going to be called a donkey. So, as I said, when we looked at Patrick's bookmarks...
The bookmarks that tell a story during a recorded session, Patrick shared his screen, and unintentionally gave us a roadmap of his affiliations. His bookmarks include Transact Card Finmore, Ponzi Collapse,
That
Talk
checkmatch,
Fusion,
guys.
shut down by FTC, 10x PR, TSC Blockchain Solutions, Veritas Global, Vidme, Social Goats, Umbrella US, Virtual Merchant Services, Traduines, Viv Life, United Financial Freedom, Tony Dotty Dream Maker, and more.
I was amazed by the amount. He's very, obviously, if you look at the structure here, so you've got trackers, and then at the top here, you can see there's a folder and it's got bookmarks. Now, if you don't know anything about bookmarks, I'm just going to trash his bookmarks. You can come to my bookmarks and you can see that every one of these little wee boxes that you open. So if I open Zoom, you can see that I've got bookmarks in here. So Patrick is pretty much the same as that. You know, he's got his bookmarks pretty full on. So, and good on him. And that's the way everyone should have them. But anyway, that's what we found from your bookmarks. Thanks very much, Patrick. No doubt you're probably not very happy about that. Patrick Defension, I can't even say the word, but let's have a listen.
Patrick's deflection playbook. Throughout the Zoom, Patrick continuously emphasized the good intentions of his friends Mike Popovich and Chris Miller claimed the model helped struggling artists, and nonprofits dismissed real-world math with vague counter-examples, played victim when challenged. Then asked for a blog to be taken down at one point. Patrick even said, "I admire what you're doing, Danny, but I believe this will work." This, despite having been shown privacy violations, flawed math, illegal rebroadcasts, and recycled MLM tactics.
Right. So
he is arguably one of the most handsome men in the. Let me just read your CV.
Who's this one?
Handsome guy, maybe in the world. It's disputed. In the top 10 for sure. Husband, father, correct?
Yep.
Successful entrepreneur.
Yep.
Runs a very successful.
got bad sound. It's not from me. Oh, yes, it is.
Agency, digital branding marketing agency.
Love it.
Obviously is fit and takes care of himself. From what I can tell, might be one of the better guys I've ever met.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Played soccer. He's obviously, if you can tell by his accent, he's from Mexico.
Yep. Just across the border.
Manchester, England.
That is correct.
Ross and I shared some stories about rugby and some other things, so I'm jealous of his accent. And hopefully I'll get to spend some time with him in England someday and drink some pints.
That'll be fun.
And watch some rugby.
Chippies.
Moved to Las Vegas in 2012 to pursue his dream of marrying a Hooters girl.
That's your boy.
Did it shooting high for the American dream. Did you achieve that goal?
I did. I'm living my dream every day. I'm with that Hooters girl. I made a Hooters girl a wife. So there you go.
Got a baby.
Yeah.
Bottomless wings.
Yeah. His CV then goes on to say his enthusiasm for high quality.
The Hooters. I saw this sign under.
Wait. It's not showing the next slide. Go to the slide 2.
You don't see.
I see. Thanks for having me. Who the heck am I? Oh, there we go.
Oh, is it just, maybe it's just a play there? Okay. So the sign there on the left is what I was looking at. She was actually serving drinks at the time. If you can see it, basically we can do it. That includes video, content creation, social media, emails.
Sounds very much like the trafficking, ghostwriting, publishing houses that we were going after at the moment. I assume this guy is somebody. And what are we looking at here, Susie? Don't really know. Maybe you can tell me and we can go to a certain part of need, but I don't quite get that one. I can't get everything perfect, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's a preloaded collapse. I'm actually not going to read this. You can read this yourself. But we did get a letter from Patrick after this was published. And this was put on here this morning. So this is brand new. But this is Patrick's right of reply to me. And he's basically backing up the bus a lot in what he's saying. But then he says he's too busy and it's not his business now. Let's have a listen.
I really don't have time to deal with this right now, my friend. It's far from my top priority. Vidme is just one of many projects we're involved in and have been trying to support, mostly, in this case, because we like and trust Mike and his wife Barb, and I really do believe they are seeking to do good. It's not a company and is not a top focus for us. I'll make this one commitment. I will commit to send you one more message, a brief other side of the coin response as soon as I have time to create it. It's only fair that folks hear both sides of the story, especially when some of your facts are just plain wrong. like the claim that Vidme Corporate asked me to speak with you and also the way you were calculating their numbers. Both points you make are simply inaccurate. On the contrary, it's the exact opposite. They know who they are and know that their rising tide will raise all boats, and you're just making stuff up anyway. You reached out to me, if you will recall. I didn't initiate contact with you. Nobody asked me to call you. I just tried to answer your and Rob's questions respectfully while you were just playing me. I just don't do business like that, and I don't appreciate it at all. I trusted you and believed we were having a mutually respectful, open-minded conversation. We weren't. I question now whether you really want to find the truth at all and, ignorantly I guess, thought you did. I believed in you, Danny. You, instead, were live streaming me, which is fine. I have nothing to hide. But then you made up stories about me and put out another personally libelous, misrepresentative post. Your numbers aren't accurate. You make claims that are false. I'll explain this when I post my response. Your assumptions are simply wrong. If nothing else, it's not a 3-level MLM. It's a 2-tier affiliate program with bonuses, period. There's nothing wrong with that. It's generous, but there's nothing illegal about it. One of the top law firms in this space in the nation has confirmed this and represents it. I think they know a little more than I do or you do, my friend. In short, I don't feel like I can trust you, boss, so we really shouldn't continue talking. I thought I could, but I feel disappointed, I think, more than anything else. I still like you and what you're doing. I want to believe that you have integrity. I admire what you're doing if it's truly sincere. I have given you the same, my respect and integrity completely, from the start. I expected the same from you, especially if you wanted to continue talking. I'm afraid I do not feel like it's been given in return. I have to say, I don't think it makes you look good either, attacking a veteran, hurting a veterans-owned company and its employees, or their families, seeking to damage a reputation when certainty is entirely unrelated. Casting shade on me and on us with half-truths, labels, character attacks, and misdirection before Vidme has even launched, makes you look like you're reaching and just looking for clicks. It just makes me tired. As I said, I will post a single response, and I'll keep my promise to join you again a few weeks from now for an update call. I'd recommend 1 quarter, not just a month, to give them a little time to get their feet under them. It's only fair. But until then I have to bow out. Please leave me alone and leave me out of whatever games you want to play with Mike and Chris. It's not my project. I'm not willing to do this. I don't have the time or the energy for it. I'm not going to be a martyr, even for them, even if I do like their platform and what they're trying to do. I believe it's a good thing for the fans and the content creators, like yourself. I really do hope you'll give them a chance to prove it before making it harder or trying to tear them down. They are not perfect and they never will be. But their hearts are pure and only time will tell. It will prove their intent 100%. I firmly believe that. I'll talk with you later, my friend. I've got to get to work. Thanks for listening and take care of yourself. P.S. If you ever want to talk spirituality or religion, that's a topic I'd consider discussing with you. I'm sorry about what happened to you when you were shunned or banished or whatever it was by your JW congregation. I bet that hurt. I know it would for me. I'd love to share with you what I've learned that's totally changed my life. This knowledge is the most important thing in the world to me, next to my wife and kids.
Well, that's pretty noble. It's a lot of accusations in there about my motives, which I just don't even need to answer. It's just stupid stuff. People always try to, point it back at the people who are trying to expose them. And I don't even understand why they actually do that. But what I'm doing right now is actually got other replies which you can't see. And I probably don't need to do too many, but I've just got another response that I haven't even read myself, which is quite good. And sometimes these people obviously know that I'm publishing this stuff, which is even better. But I did actually come back with another reply. So I've got 2 replies. Oh, I have got that reply. So hopefully I've got all the replies, and now I can save this and read it. Hopefully it will be in order. Seemed like a nice guy, but nice guys I watch do take people's money. And that's what these guys are doing, because this whole first response I got, I hammered him for it. Now, I did reach out to Patrick, but when I first met Patrick, his name was Patrick. And the way I found out Patrick's last name is simply by putting, when I was asked to find a referral, my sponsor, when I was signing up, I could search the database. So I thought, I know, I'll put Patrick and see if a Patrick comes up. Patrick's first and last name come up when I did that. And that's where I met Patrick Laing. Now, Patrick's worried about if he goes to Google and he searches for his name, Patrick Laing, what's going to be the first thing that pops up? And it's popped up the I open often, but that's okay. We can go through here and we can see Patrick. And then we come down here and we find LinkedIn. Very hard for me to actually beat what's in LinkedIn. And you come down here a bit more, and actually what was there was that first paragraph, but now it's come up to the top because I open this often. So it's trying to make my life easier. And his photo, which you'll see on the thumbnail of this picture until I update it. So that's interesting. So now we've got Patrick here. I'm just going to refresh this because Patrick's given us a whole lot of correspondence, and I'm going to read it to you because I think it's fair, showing you his response. And then I've come back. Oh man, have I stuffed this up? Hold on, let's have a look and see if I've done this right. I might have stuffed it up because I was trying to do it in real time. Patrick's playbook. We're publishing. Oh yeah, so I haven't bolded that one, which is a pain because now I have to do it, and that's why I'm struggling. So Patrick's first attempt. We'll go down to here, and Patrick there. And now we'll have to go, oh, hold it, we've disabled. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll start reading it and you can listen to it rather than me making you wait. Sorry about that. So here's our response to Patrick's first email message to us, which I think is pretty fair, of course. It's my response. Let's see if we can get it going.
We appreciate Patrick taking the time to respond. However, we stand by every documented claim presented in this blog and in a video. Patrick was given over 2 hours in a live Zoom discussion to address serious red flags, including privacy breaches, an earnings structure that clearly resembles a multi-level marketing scheme, illegal rebroadcast of Bloomberg TV under Vidme branding, zero compliance infrastructure, no kike, no payment processor, no legal disclaimers. Not once did Patrick adequately address these concerns. Instead, he chose to defend Vidme's founders, dismiss concrete math as false, and cast himself as a victim of libel and misdirection. He offered no financial data, no counter-evidence, and no legal documentation to support his rebuttals, only personal trust in the platform's leadership. We also note that Patrick is now distancing himself from Vidme, calling it not a company and not a top priority, despite previously stating he would put his reputation on the line to support Mike Popovich. If Patrick Laing chooses to issue a full public statement, we will link to it here. Until then, this blog serves as the documented record of what was said and what was ignored.
Right, so here's the reply that I wrote back to Patrick.
Object. Your response to the Vidme blog. Hi Patrick, thank you for taking the time to write back. We've read your response carefully, and while you are, of course, entitled to your point of view, it's disappointing that you've chosen to deflect rather than address the very real red flags we discussed, many of which were acknowledged by you on video. Your claim that Vidme is not your company is noted. However, you've recruited over 100 people, hosted calls, defended the compensation model, and projected personal income spreadsheets. That makes you a public advocate for the brand, and therefore accountable. You say it's not a 3-tier system, but the 25% checkmatch bonus clearly pays out on tier 3 activity. Hiding that under the word bonus doesn't change the structure, or the fact that it mirrors classic MLM compensation tactics. The math, which we published transparently, hasn't been challenged with any figures from you. As for your accusation that we are attacking a veteran, respectfully, that's a deflection. This isn't about your past, it's about your current role defending a model with privacy flaws, no kike, hidden earnings calculators, and no compliance infrastructure, all before it's even processed a dollar. You're welcome to send us your other side of the coin response as promised. We will publish it in full, unedited, if requested. But let's be clear, you were warned. This blog, and the accompanying video, will serve as a public record when the inevitable happens. Sincerely, Danny D. Heck, the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger.
All right, so he's come up and he's told us how it all works. Put me in my place.
Works like this. You receive 20% of your tier 1 membership sales. Share Vidme with just 5 people and you'll earn $6.998 x 5 or $34.99 per month. Share it with just one person a month for 12 months, and you will earn 20% of $34.99, $6.998 x 12 or $83.98 in personal, tier 1, monthly commissions. If those 12 each do the same thing you did, sell just one member per month for a year, you will then be earning 12% of $34.99, $4.1988 per month x 144 members or $604.63 per month. You're now up to $688.60 in personal combined monthly commissions. These 12, your tier 1 and tier 2 members, will earn the same amount you did, assuming they made the same of sales, one person average per month for a year, or $688.60 per month. Multiple this by 12 affiliates total, and it equals $8,263.20 in total commissions owed to these 12 Tier 2 affiliates each month.
Now, is that feasible? Do you know that many people? Do you know 144,000 people? Sorry, 144. Biblical days coming back to bite me on the bum there. 100. So you're going to be responsible if you want to earn a monthly income. Is that monthly? It's just too much money. So that's how it works. So you need to have 144 people that are willing to pay $35 each for something that's going to be better than Netflix and going to be better than YouTube. And you're going to find that many friends that will sign up and keep their membership going. What about Spotify? Have you ever stopped that because you didn't want to pay the $20 or the $15 a month? Come on. YouTube Premium, $19 a month. Do you pay for that? Are you going to pay $35 a month for a platform that has content on it that's been copied off other places? Even the influencers that they claim they have, I've never heard of them.
Your bonus with 10 plus personal sales equals 25% of this amount, or $2,065.81 per month. This is where the $2,754.41 in monthly earnings, the figure you've been calling unrealistic, it comes from the $688.60 earned in personal Tier 1 and Tier 2 commissions plus the $2,065.81 in bonus. The math is crystal clear.
And why do you have to have this word called bonus? Why don't you just call it Tier 3? If you took out the Tier 3 or you took out the bonus, this whole affiliate, as you call it, we call it multi-level marketing system, wouldn't be so enticing to people. You're selling the enticing bit to get people on board to promote it, but the reality is it's mathematically impossible to drive that many people into a platform who want to stay there and pay $35 a month. And we just personally, I don't like multi-level marketing. I don't care if you're selling me Amway, Melanuka, Organo Gold Coffee, Tupperware. I just hate multi-level marketing. And I think you're a bottom feeder if you have to recruit. I don't want to become a salesman.
This is of course not guaranteed. I have a disclaimer on my income estimator.
Fuck your disclaimer. Why do people have this disclaimer on my income estimator? Why have an income estimator if you have a disclaimer? Are you a financial advisor now? But oh no, I'm not. Are you a surgeon that's about to operate on somebody, and before that you cut into them, you get to wave this disclaimer and say, oh, I've only operated on pets or something, I don't know. I mean, it's a joke, this disclaimer. Because you have a disclaimer, you can say whatever you like. What a load of rubbish. You could actually have a big billboard up saying, I have the cure for cancer. And then have this tiny little bitty at the bottom saying, disclaimer, only works on 1 person in a billion. You know, and there's no proof of it. And because you put that in your disclaimer, you can have this big billboard saying you have the cure for cancer. It's sickening.
Income estimator. Nothing is for sure. It still takes effort. Even with as generous as the plan is,
effort.
We even believe these numbers to be conservative. Anyone who's serious about this should be able to share it with 1 person per month. Not everyone will. Others will do much more. But it should balance itself out for all active participants, both members and creatives, in the long run.
So let me get this right. In 6 months' time, when this platform never got traction because of some exit strategy that they come up with, and people parted out a few $35 and thought, oh, well, it's only $35. In the meantime, these guys made a lot of money because they're good on the calculator. Patrick's going to come back to me and go, mate, I'm a veteran. My family, my girls, my wife, my company, and they all need to survive. And he's already said to me he has 30 staff, or not 30 staff, actually not. He said he has staff working for his company, and I'm jeopardizing big deals. They're about to go down because when you search for his name, he comes up as a promoter of multi-level marketing, Ponzi schemes and scams. So I don't know. I'd be quite happy to stand in a courtroom and say that this is multi-level marketing disguised as an affiliate system. It's definitely not an affiliate system. And if you weren't doing anything wrong, you'd be coming on my YouTube channel, following the link, jumping on stage, and telling me how wrong I am to get the publicity that I'm hopefully going to generate for your company. But you're not. You're deflecting. You're telling me I've got something against veterans. I have nothing to do with the army at all, even though I'm just in an Admiral costume in the thumbnail of this very video.
I've got to get going, Bart. I'm going to be unplugged for the most part, for the next week and a half. I'll try to get you that video before I shut down, but just know, I'm cutting off all emails, phone calls, texts, and Zooms for the next 10 plus days. It's not personal, it's for everyone. This was already planned. I'm unplugging to try to finish another non-Vidme project. Take care of yourself, and let's talk again in another few weeks.
Okay, Patrick. Sounds good, mate. Anyway, so here's my reply to Patrick. So we did put his maths and mathematics into ChatGPT, and I'm going to read the whole lot. And that did add up what he said, except for the match bonus stuff.
Hi, Patrick. Thanks for taking the time to write back. I appreciate your breakdown of the Vidme earnings structure, and I've reviewed the math closely. You're right, the numbers do technically add up, but that's not where the real concern lies. The issue is not the arithmetic, it's the structure. Let me explain clearly. When you earn a 25% check match bonus based on what your referrals earn from their referrals, that's functionally a third tier of commissions. Whether you call it a bonus, override, or anything else, you're still being compensated based on the performance of people 2 levels beneath you. That's classic MLM logic, regardless of how you label it. And let's be honest, your earnings scenario requires 12 direct recruits, Tier 1, each of them to recruit 12 more, Tier 2, all of them to be paying $34.99 a month, and those 12 affiliates to each be earning $688.60 a month themselves before your check match kicks in at $2,065.81 a month. That means to hit the $2,754 month figure, one person needs 156 active paid members below them, across 3 structured tiers. That's not conservative, that's pyramid-based growth, and you know it. Also, with respect, your reply didn't offer any evidence to challenge the red flags we raised. No kike, no disclaimers, no working payment processor, public member list visibility, a data protection issue, illegal Bloomberg rebroadcast, which you dodged during our Zoom, and a compensation system that relies on mass replication and team overrides to generate income. Yet you still frame this as just a 2-tier affiliate program with bonuses. That's disingenuous. And as for your suggestion that I played you, I have to push back on that. I gave you over 2 hours of live dialogue, every opportunity to explain your position, and have offered to publish your rebuttal in full, unedited, if you wish. That's not ambush, that's transparency. I understand this isn't your core project, but you've been the face of damage control, and whether or not you own Vidme, you've promoted it publicly, recruited others, and endorsed its earnings model. That comes with accountability, especially when people stand to lose money. As for certainty management and your military background, I haven't attacked your past or your family. I've addressed what's being promoted, how it's structured, and what risks it presents to unsuspecting users. That's my job. If you still plan to send through a formal response, I will happily publish it on the blog as an update. You'll get your right of reply in full, with 0 edits. But let's not pretend the numbers are the problem here. It's the deceptive framing and multi-tiered logic at the core of Vidme's plan that needs to be called out. Regards, Danny D. Heck, the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger.
Yeah, so you probably realise, if you saw it, I don't even read his replies anymore. I just use the world to answer it. Now, if I don't think, I think it's brilliant. I'm dyslexic, can't read and write, so I don't even care I can. But Patrick's correspondence. If you don't know anything about AI, I want you to get an idea. So on this other screen over here, I've got my my thread, and it's called Vimeo Me. And if you go back like here, I've got all the evidence I've got, and I'm just scrolling like a mad rooster. I've got transcripts from videos of him talking. I've got transcripts of Mike and Chris talking. I've got images I've scraped. I've got third parties' point of views. I've got email correspondence from people, all into one thread. So when I tell ChatGPT to reply to Patrick's email, it already knows my past and maybe my future arguments. And that's what I've done here. So this is the email I received as I was going live today. So I haven't even read this email, but this is the sort of stuff. And as I said, Patrick's quite nice, and I feel a little bit guilty because he's a nice guy, but nice guys get friends to sign up for Ponzi schemes and scams.
Tomato, tomato. I'm going to stick with what the lawyers say is legal and right. I'd appreciate if you did the same. I'll tell you what. Let's stay in touch, continue the dialogue, and see how it goes, as I've repeatedly requested thus far. As I've said, Danny, I believe Vidme's plan is a realistic, even conservative, albeit generous, pay plan. When have you ever seen a program that will pay you $33,052.95 residually per year with only 156 active members? It doesn't happen and will still not happen overnight. What it does do, though, is it says something about how Mike and Chris are trying to do it right with Vidme. Anyone out there who wants to sign up with me can do so at https://satantasocial.com. There's nothing inherently wrong with even a...
Right. So he's sort of adamant that you need 156 people in your life paying $35 each, and you're going to make a passive income, for the use of a better word, of $33,000 per year. And he still hasn't mentioned anything about this bonus thing that makes that possible. And he's still trying to recruit people. So he's given me his website address. And when you click on that, it must go off to his business. And he claims he's got, oh, look at that. He's bought himself a domain name. So that domain name must, if I looked at that domain name, and let's see what else Patrick has been promoting over the years. If it's a new domain name, it won't do this. But if it's an existing domain name, we can probably go into archive.org. And look, it's a brand new domain name simply because he believes the project and he's gone out and purchased himself a domain name. So he's looking to get a referral from my newsletters. So maybe his motives need to be looked at. Let's carry on.
There's nothing inherently wrong with even a 3-tier system, so I don't know why that point is so stuck in your craw. There are many...
That's stuck in my craw because you are claiming it's affiliate marketing, but if it's 3-tier, like you say, then it becomes multi-level marketing, which you are disputing that it is.
There's nothing inherently wrong with even a 3-tier system, so I don't know why that point is so stuck in your craw. There are many sales jobs and affiliate programs that pay more than 2 tiers deep. That doesn't mean it's inherently flawed. Most of the sales jobs I've had over the years paid a rep, a manager, a GM, RM, DM, etc. What about it?
Yeah, and that's what they say all the time. They always go back to...
A plan is only realistic if somebody works it. In my opinion, if you can't sell 1 membership a month, you probably shouldn't call yourself an affiliate. Recruit just 5 new members to Vidme, and your $1.20 per day cost is paid for. That's a pretty low requirement, low pressure pay plan. We've had people bring in 5 in their first day, and more than a dozen in their first month, so yes, I believe our projections are conservative.
What an idiot. Honestly, I thought you were a proper businessman. You're telling me that you've actually recruited 5 new members to Vimeo in their first... You've had members. Are you fucking shitting me? Recruit just 5 new... So if you can't sell 1 membership, I don't have to sell... Look, I don't even sell myself on my YouTube channel. Look, if you want to, click join under this video and pay me $1 a month, everybody. Everybody, all 64,000 subscribers, so YouTube says I have. Go join. And if I'm not good at telling you guys, now you guys need to support me because I'm a veteran and I used to be in the army. He used to be in counterintelligence. He's in the intelligence part of the army. There's no intelligence here. So what he's telling me, now listen to this, recruit. I said, if you can't recruit 1 person, I don't recruit people ever. I don't need to. I don't sit here recruiting people to sell my drop shipping businesses. But recruit just 5 new members to Vimeo and your $120 per day is paid for. So it's only costing you $1.25 before. So give it to a scammer for a platform that's shit because it's only costing you $1.25 per day. That's a pretty low requirement, low pressure to pay plan. Now this is the part which I dispute and I can't believe he's actually said. We've had people bring 5 in on their first day. And that's more than a dozen in the first month. So yes, I believe our projections are conservative. Look at this. If I come into the back end here of their website and I go to my e-wallet, what happens? Nothing. There's no payment gateway. No one has actually recruited anybody yet because there's no way of paying $35 per month. Am I missing something? How can people say we've had people bring in 5 in their first day and more than a dozen in their first month? So yes, I believed our projections are conservative. No one's forked out any money yet, Patrick. I'm going to tell him that. Patrick, what the hell? Let's just ring him. Are you shitting me, Patrick? All right, where are you? Let's bring him on FaceTime. Let's see if we can get him. All right, you're not new FaceTime, and we're going Patrick Laing. Right, let's bring him up. FaceTime him. Okay, I'll put my phone up here. You won't be able to, hopefully you'll be able to hear it. No, call him again. So how the hell can somebody make a claim that we've had people bring in 5 in the first day? Come on, Patrick, answer your phone. So we've had a lot of bullshit. I'm going to just go and grab that paragraph. Right, Patrick. Patrick, how you doing? I'm doing a voice recording. I am live on the internet, just in case you didn't know that when you rang up a YouTuber. You've said we've had people bring in 5 in their first day and more than a dozen in their first month. So yes, I believe our projections are conservative. Have you managed to take $35 off anybody? Are the payment processes actually working? Because that's that sentence in your email is a load of bullshit. I can sign up 1,000 people. I could sign up 1,000 affiliates in a heartbeat if I didn't have to pay. Now, you're telling me that people have signed up like it's a done deal, that they're all going to pay the $35 when you set up your payment processes. Well, we're going to close those down as soon as you put that flag up. What a load of bullshit. I thought you were a proper businessman. Are you still going to come onto our YouTube and answer our questions? What a stupid statement. I'm just going to even play it to you to listen to what you said.
We've had people bring in 5 in their first day, and more than a dozen in their first month, so yes, I believe our projections are conservative.
What the hell are you thinking? What crack are you smoking? No one's managed to give you any money, so how can you use that as a reference point? Yeah, there you go. But yeah, that just amazes me. All right, next paragraph.
And you don't have to sell anything if you don't want to. Some people won't, either because they just suck at sales or have no interest in selling. Many members will join and are joining Vidme simply because they want access to the product, the VIP membership, curated content, masterclasses, exclusive events, and more. There's no charge to be an affiliate on top of the $34.99 membership fee. Some will do the business side of the project, some will not. That's their prerogative. Those who do, I believe, will pay for their fee quickly, and everything beyond that will be frosting on the cake. And I did and have addressed the Bloomberg example live stream question, the kike that hasn't started yet, the temporary member visibility, and now the conservative nature of the earnings. You're welcome to post your questions and these, my responses on your blog. I haven't dodged anything. I've been totally transparent, and don't forget, a 2+ hours of conversation happened after you libeled me in public, before you even knew me. Since then, my friend, I've extended an olive branch and tried to help you and your listeners get the rest of the story.
Oh, we don't want the rest of the story, mate. We hate multi-level marketing bottom feeders. So I've just searched for the word Bloomberg, and we've got all the correspondence from here. He's addressed illegal Bloomberg, rebroadcasting plan on Bloomberg under security flaws. So I can't see in all the correspondence where he's addressed the Bloomberg stuff. So if anyone could got that, that would be interesting to me, because he's claiming that he's addressed the Bloomberg stuff, which is ridiculous because I can't see it. What else have we got here? So we've got, so we're back to Bloomberg. Oh my goodness, where are we now? This is getting complicated. Regarding the Bloomberg recast member list Villa and Kawa, you acknowledged them as an issue, but I did not offer. What does he say?
Regarding the Bloomberg rebroadcast, member list visibility, and kike gaps, you acknowledge them as issues, but don't offer timelines or safeguards. We haven't started yet isn't a defense when legal and privacy risks are already active. Transparency isn't.
That's my reply. This is
everything beyond that will be frosting on the cake. And I did and have addressed the Bloomberg example live stream question, the kike that hasn't started yet, the temporary member visibility, and now the conservative nature of the earnings. You're welcome to post your questions and these, my...
So he didn't address the Bloomberg article, because I said who at Bloomberg is approved to profiteer from their live stream. And then the last paragraph...
That doesn't mean I have to agree with everything you say, nor do you have to agree with me. I don't expect that. It's okay. You have to ask questions. I understand that. It's part of vetting a project. I actually appreciate it. It will help us get better. Just give the libel a rest, please. That's all I ask. Calling me a liar and my program a Ponzi scheme, when it clearly isn't, might earn you a free coffee or two or sell another dropship package to your die-hard friends, but it does nothing to contribute to a conversation or potential collaboration. I'm trying to be real and respectful with you. I have from the start. I simply ask you to do the same. Thanks again, Danny. Now I really need to go.
No, a respectful person isn't Patrick Laing. Patrick Laing is a serial promoter of Ponzi schemes and scams. We showed you in this blog the scams that he's got in his bookmarks that have already fallen over. One of them's already been flagged by the FMA. Right, let's carry on.
Hi, Patrick. Thanks again for the response and for continuing the dialogue. You're right. There's nothing inherently wrong with a three-tier system if it's clearly disclosed, legally compliant, and not deceptively framed. But that's not what we're seeing here. The concern isn't just about depth of commissions. It's about how the compensation is positioned and what's being omitted or sugar-coated in the pitch. You keep calling it a realistic and conservative plan, but that doesn't make the logic behind it any less pyramid-shaped. The example you gave, $33,000 annually with just 156 members, relies on perfect cascading growth and a 100% retention rate. That's classic MLM math. It looks great on paper, but only works in theory. Real-world churn, sales friction, and user attrition make those numbers far less attainable than advertised. That's the entire point of our breakdown.
Yeah, so it's been over-glitzed, it's been over-glamoured.
You also say people don't have to sell anything, but that's misleading. The entire commission structure only benefits those who recruit. There's no compensation for simply consuming content, and the frosting on the cake only exists if the cake is built on replicated sales. That's not passive product use. That's pay-to-play wrapped in creative language.
Yeah.
Regarding the Bloomberg rebroadcast, member list visibility, and kite gaps, you acknowledge them as issues, but don't offer timelines or safeguards. We haven't started yet isn't a defense when legal and privacy risks are already active. Transparency isn't just admitting things are broken, it's showing you fixed them or are qualified to manage them, which Vidme has not done.
Nope.
As for libel, Patrick, calling something what it is, a multi-tiered, pre-revenue, recruitment-driven model with no live product delivery or working payment infrastructure, is not defamation. It's investigative commentary, backed by evidence. I haven't questioned your intentions as a human being. I've questioned your decision to publicly promote a scheme that checks nearly every box of a potential pyramid structure, knowingly or not. I've also never received a coffee, commission, or reward for publishing the truth. I make my content freely available for those trying to avoid losing their savings. The dropshipping line is a strange dig, but if you're insinuating that I'm running a scam of my own, you're welcome to investigate it fully. I'd welcome the scrutiny.
Actually, I was just going to say I've never received a coffee, commission, or reward for publishing the truth. Well, that would actually be wrong because I do have buy me a cup of coffee, but I don't want it to distract from me going after these people. So if you go to my website, you'll see that you can actually buy me a cup of coffee. And it'd be very kind if you did, and a lot of people have. So sometimes when I use ChatGPT, just like you saw there, it is actually not quite correct. So I need to correct that. I may from time to time. So when I want, alarm. Where's it calling something coffee? And it is always go after the low-hanging fruit, isn't it? I might earn a free cup of coffee or two and sell it. Isn't clear. I might earn you a free cup of coffee. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's have a look and see where I can put kind coffee. I also never, yes, I'm proud. I'm proud. I'm proud of the fact that I may receive a coffee commission or reward for publishing the truth. I make my content freely available for those trying to avoid losing their savings. The dropshipping lies is a strange dig. But if you're saying I'm running a scam, yeah. So I'm proud of the fact that I may receive a coffee and a commission or a reward for publishing from time to time. Yeah, so there you go. So hopefully he won't take a screenshot before I've updated this blog. But that's the truth of the matter, is as soon as you actually have money involved in anything you do, whether you're publishing the truth or not, people will grab onto that and go, ooh, oh, look, he's trying to make money online. I've made money online for 30 years. I'm not against people making money online, but I am against people selling something that's the miracle cure for cancer and then not having any claims to back it up. These people on this platform is the dumbest platform I've ever seen. Even their own back end looks like as clunky as hell, and it's just a joke. Anyway, that's me for today. I don't think we need to go on. I have got another Ponzi scheme and scams, which I might actually go through in a minute, and I'll just have a look before I get started. But last night, I got a message from somebody on Telegram, and for a change, they asked me to move to WhatsApp, and they were telling me about an opportunity that was called Prime 10. And Prime 10 is actually a Ponzi scheme that is being registered here in New Zealand, would you believe? And they've even got a company certificate from the New Zealand Company Office. And that is amazing. So I emailed the company office and complained about this company, and now they're going to investigate whether they actually do have offices in 1 Victoria Street in Wellington. And also asked them to verify that the person that claims they have 100 shares in this company is actually real and genuine. They said I should also put a complaint into the FMA in New Zealand. And I said, the FMA are lovely people, but they take even 6 months to update things. So a good example of that is if I went to Liquid Pay, and then I go FMA. So Liquid Pay is a company that we've been going after, and New Zealand markets, the New Zealand Financial Markets Authority actually had put a warning out about the company called Liquid Pay. Now, when they put out warnings about companies like this, do you know what they do? These companies just change their website address. So if you go down here and you look at their website address, so I contacted the FMA maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago and said, this website address that you're promoting as the scheme, do you realize that when you go there now, they've just turned it off and they've got a new domain name because they're always rebranding. So if you go put pay at the end of their domain name, the company's back up over here. So wouldn't you think a government department that's put out a warning to New Zealanders would like to update this information ASAP? So we ring them. They need to have board meeting after board meeting before they update a simple, also known, a website by going liquidpay.finance, because now they have to do another whole investigation, I'm assuming, well, I don't know why it takes so long, about this company to find out whether it's the same company, because instead of it called Liquid Pay, now it's called D-Bank, because they rebrand themselves every 10 minutes. It's so frustrating. So when the guy from the FMA, from the New Zealand Company Office rang up, I thought, oh my God, what's happening? And I said, obviously you're not the same government department. And he said, oh, they can't do much. So why I'm starting this conversation is this company here enticed me to join their just launched platform with a registered New Zealand Company Office, which is amazing. So that's all very exciting. So you go down here and you read all about it, and it's called Prime 10. As soon as I highlighted to them that I was investigating it, they blocked the whole website from New Zealand. So now no one can see it unless you're using a VPN. But I'm interested, can anybody in the chat room actually see this website address? Because I can't, and nor can anyone else in New Zealand unless you use a VPN, which I used to have and I don't have one. It's another monthly fee I don't have to pay, need I say anymore. So I can't really do a blog on it. Anyway, I did have the privilege of going to the person that gave it to me, and I said to them, thank you very much for the information. I have now published a whole blog about this company and what they're all about. And I went through here, and I also managed to pull up their company registered. I also emailed info and support at Prime 10. I went to their pitch deck about this company, which is all you really need to look at. And I went through and we read all about Prime 10, their website, who they are, what we do. They're into real estate, crypto. This is very much the same as Beyond, but just about mission and philosophy, why, whatever's, and it's also all the same bullshit we see every day. Guaranteed return, between $10 and $100, and you're going to get a referral bonus binary percent 10, capping limit of 1500. It's just the same shit, different day. Anyway, what my point is, they'll block me. I can produce a blog like that. And when you search for Prime 10 in the search engines, even though this blog is only hours old, look at this. Anyone that searches for Prime 10, this is what you get. You get Danny DeHeck's website number 1, and you get the actual scammer's website number 2. And then you can see their company registrar here. So what I'm working on at the moment is, this is in the UK, is it? So this will be interesting. They reckon that they have got company certificates, and the guy that will be involved in this, I told them that he doesn't even exist. And is it the same person? Oh, I'm not sure about that. Let's have a look and see if they have anything to do with their website address on the correspondence. Filing history. Let's go. Struck off. Struck off has been discontinued. Strike off action has been discontinued. Dissolved. So this brand here has been dissolved. So if you see a company certificate claiming that they're registered in the UK, then you'll want to make sure that this company has been struck off. So what does that tell you? It's probably a repurposed scam from UK that's been trying to get started here in New Zealand. It's just crazy. Anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to tell you here, guys, but I thought it was quite funny that this company was actually trying to pretend they were registered in New Zealand at number 1 Victoria Street, which is like the number 1 building in Wellington. Victoria Street's like the main street of Wellington, and here they are claiming that they are registered. But anyway, we outranked them in the search engines twice. We get once here and once at the top. So hopefully we're going to save somebody. But I can't really do a blog on it. Oh, you can see it, Jelly Snack. Yeah, I can't really do a blog about it or a video about it if I can't view the website. So it's a bit of a pain, really. But I might find out about getting a VPN, and if so, I'll do a blog all about it. Anyway, so that's me today. Hope you've enjoyed that. As I often say to people, any leads or any information, please reach out to me. We're doing quite an amazing information gathering exercise with Pakistanis at the moment who are working in, I've got to show you that now, but the Pakistani people are working in these publishing houses, which are basically telling people, entrepreneurial sort of people, that they are, they can write people's books and they can register ISBN numbers, and I've just been working on this blog here. And this is on friends with Pakistani people who want to spill the beans. And I am overwhelmed with inquiries at the moment. Yeah, I need a VPN to actually see it. I can't keep buying these monthly memberships. They're killing me. So I stopped mine. I did have one with NordVPN. But this is going to be interesting. So on Friday, I'll be doing a whole video about this series of blogs. But the amount of information that we're getting in is quite astronomical. It's overwhelming, to be honest. It's keeping me really busy. But that's why you haven't seen much of me, because I've been trying to, and I'm working on another blog. But because people are threatening to do things to me if I don't get my information right, this is the new blog, which I can't show you, but it's actually files from whistleblowers. I received a 20-page document today from a whistleblower that basically names 217 domain names that are running scams. It's absolutely amazing. And they're all over the world, and they're all being ran by people from Pakistan that have moved from Pakistan, been set up in different countries. And we've got names, trails. It's just a field day for someone like myself. So this will be the new blog that comes out, and I can't show you that blog because that's password protected at the moment on my website, but we're actually getting that rewritten, and we're actually doing some amazing journalism, which is quite exciting because I didn't actually realize where I'm going with what I'm doing, but it is actually steering towards journalism, and also the amount of intelligence that I can get from the public, and also just that simple contact us button on my website is a form where people can fill out and give me information anonymously. And also you can attach documents. So we're asking people to put things into Excel sheets and PDFs and send them through. And we are going through it. But at the moment, it's pretty amazing. And just to go on a little bit more, I know I said I was going, but I'm not. If I go to LinkedIn and you are from Pakistan and you're trying to provide me information, just go to my my name on, what do you call it, on here. You can scroll down and you can actually look at my activity. If you go to articles, you'll see that I published quite a few articles, and these are the articles that I've actually published on my LinkedIn page. So this one where I'm asking people from Pakistan to become my friend is one thing. And if I come down here and I show you another one that we did recently, there's another one, and I'll just see if I can find one more, which will be, I think that must be it. But if you have a look at this one here has received, I think about 1,500 views within, not even, I think 24 hours, which is absolutely amazing. The more than anyone. But this one here, I think I'm up to 30,000 views on this one post. And all these people from Pakistan are reaching out to me. I've got 47 comments, which is quite a lot for LinkedIn. But now I have to be careful what I show people because I don't want to get people in trouble. But there's public comments and there's also hidden comments. So it's absolutely amazing. So I'm really excited where we're going. But I just want to say thank you. And if you can support me in any which way or form, I don't get paid for doing this. I am a YouTuber. I'm a 55-year-old man who lives in Christchurch, New Zealand. And I love what I do. And I love exposing people that are running Ponzi schemes and scams. I'm pretty transparent, as most people know me. And I am supported by the public. So by all means, click the join button, become a fan of the show. It's much appreciated. And if not, that's fine. Just subscribe and pop up next time in the chat room. And I just want to thank Jelly Snack and Bob and Susie in the chat room, and also Troy and other people that keep me going when I'm talking. And of course, somebody else who's called Vidme Exposed, which I really appreciate your honesty and your transparency in what you did exposing this scam. It's not the only scam I bust, but it is one that I enjoy doing. Hey, we'll see you in the next video. I'm Danny Heck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. See yous.